Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the 2023 reappraisal public meeting. I'm Chelsea Tarbush. I'm the tax director for Gaston County. I'm going to introduce our staff, and then we're going to go into some information and tools and answer any questions that anyone may have concerning the upcoming 2023 reappraisal. So behind me, I have David Turbyfield, our assistant tax director, John Stevens, our other assistant tax director. Katie Self is a property appraisal technician and handles all of our PUV and farm programs. And then Ryan Dobbins is our revaluation coordinator. So the first thing we're going to show you is a video concerning the reappraisal and what you can expect with the 2023 reappraisal.
Welcome to Understanding Your 2023 Assessment. I'm Levy, and I'll be your guide. Gaston County's last reappraisal was conducted in 2019, so here we will discuss what to expect from the 2023 reappraisal and answer some frequently asked questions. Who better to get us started than Gaston County's interim tax director, Chelsea Tarbush? Take it away, Chelsea.
Hey Levy, thanks for having me. Let's start with the basics. What is a reappraisal? When we conduct a reappraisal, we're updating the value of your property to what it is today. The state of North Carolina requires counties to conduct a reappraisal at least every 8 years. Gaston County received a letter from the North Carolina Department of Revenue requiring a reappraisal to be completed by January 2024. This is because the median sales assessment ratio fell below the required amount. The Gaston County Assessor's Office will determine a value for your property based on values approved by the Board of County Commissioners. Think of your assessor's office as an ally, fair and equitable. How is your property valued? The county assessor's main goal for determining a property value is to spread the overall tax burden throughout the county in a fair and equitable way. Since property taxes are based on property values, it is important to make sure counties have the accurate market value for each property. There are two key elements to determining your property's value. First is the physical characteristics. Some examples are square footage, the number of bathrooms, bedrooms, materials used, and condition of the building, adding things like driveways, sheds, pools, garages, and anything not permanently attached to the building gets included in the property value calculation. Second key element is the location, as well as non-physical characteristics. Basically, where you live and what's happening around you. The assessor relies on the historical sales, income, and cost data to arrive at an estimate of value. What causes property values to change? Really, it's three main things. Any changes in physical characteristics, if there have been any additions, removals, or changes to the condition of the building, like remodeling your kitchen. A zoning change or use change, such as an apartment building being converted into condominiums. Changes in market trends. Depending on how the market is trending, you may see an increase or decrease in the assessed value. Well, looks like I'm all done here. I hope everyone learned some new information today. Thanks for having me, Levy.
That was great. Thanks, Chelsea. See you later. There are only a couple of items left I want to discuss, so let's get this wrapped up. What is a tax rate and who determines it? The tax rate determines the amount of property taxes owed, which are set by the county commissioners each year, typically in May or June. Gaston County is governed by a 7-member board of commissioners that represent 6 townships. The board approves the county budget and sets the tax rate each year. Property taxes are not the only source of revenue for the county. The budget is also funded by sales and other taxes, grants, and fees. To get your tax bill, take your assessed property value, divide that by 100, and then multiplied by the tax rate. Did you know that the current property tax rate is the lowest since 1996? What is an assessment notice? An assessment notice is the statement you get from the assessor that explains what your property is worth and how much of it is taxable as of January 1, 2023. The assessment notice does not tell you what your taxes will be for the year. Assessment notices will be mailed to your property owners in February 2023. That's where you'll learn your new valuation. The person that owns the property then has 30 days from the date on the notice to make an appeal if they think the value is wrong. Once an appraiser reviews the appeal, the assessed value could go up, down, or stay the same. Remember, the value is based on what your property is worth as of January 1, 2023. Instructions on how to appeal the 2023 valuation will be sent with the assessment notice. Wow, I think we covered everything. I hope you had a great time and learned something new. If you have any more questions about the 2023 reappraisal, please go to our website, www.wevaluegaston2023.com. And thanks for watching. We value Gaston 2023!
We're going to run through a short presentation with a slideshow concerning the 2023 reappraisal update. As the video kind of goes into, our last reappraisal was 2019. 4-year cycle that we've been going on. In 2019, we had about 106,000 pieces of property in Gaston County. We have just over 110,000 pieces of property now, and still growing. So that is a continued growth over the last 4 years. Video kind of goes into why we're doing the reappraisal. Well, we are on a 4-year cycle. The county commissioners have voted for that 4-year cycle to remain steady and true. The video goes into that we did get a letter from the Department of Revenue telling us that we would have had to have completed one by 2024 because our median sales ratio has fallen below a certain threshold according to the state. That's why we've kind of developed this communication plan, why we're doing live streams. We've been out in the community since May. We have set up public meetings with every township in the county. And that schedule is as such. Like I said, we started in May. We had a very good summer, so the attendance wasn't exactly high, but we've been in the public. Coming forward, we have a couple more left. Tomorrow at the Senior Citizens Center and located in Dallas, we will be having one at 12:30. Tomorrow in the town of Cramerton, we will be having one at 6 o'clock. Next Thursday, one in the town of Lowell at 6 o'clock, and again November 9th for the town of Belmont. Last but not least, we will have one more in the City of Gastonia Main Branch Public Library. So we will be out in the public talking about the reappraisal coming up. Just a short, quick map of your townships, knowing where you're located in each area. So why we're doing the reappraisal. As I mentioned, the Department of Revenue has issued us a letter telling us that we have to do one, but because we are on a 4-year cycle, we're staying on that 4-year cycle. But this kind of shows you where we've fallen as far as our assessment ratios are concerned. We've had a lot of sales over the last 4 years, so this is just a heat map of the 2021 sales. Kind of shows you how dense the number of sales that we've been looking at going forward in the valuation process. So this is the 2021. Yellow dots kind of go into what your new subdivisions are, where we're seeing all of the growth. And as you can see, that eastern side is picking up fast. And now it's moving into the centermost part of our county. So the density of number of sales that we're seeing is coming. Just a quick little number game. This is the number of sales that we looked at for the 2019 reappraisal. We've almost doubled each year that we've looked at for the 2023 reappraisal. With that, we've developed some tools for our citizens in developing something with one of our vendors. This is basically, we'll go into a video about it, but this is basically our Gaston County's Google as far as property tax is concerned. It will house all of our information for you. You can search by address, parcel number, or owner ID. So if you own multiple pieces of property and you don't want to type in every single one of your addresses, you can just type in your name and it will pull those up. This is just what you're going to see once you pick your property. It'll go into the physical data, your market value as of the 2023 reappraisal when we get there. It's frozen right now, so any value that you search right now will be your 2022 value. And anything that's going on your property as of 2022. Actually goes into something where you can be an appraiser yourself. You get to pick your comps. You get to look at what's going on in your neighborhood, seeing what sales data that we're looking at in terms of how we're determining your value. These are the sales that we're using to comprise what your value is. So these will be something that you'll be able to use. Bring it to our attention and say, hey, this doesn't look right. My neighbor's got the same house, same square footage. It sold for $250,000. How in the world am I at 300? So those are the things that we need to be looking at when we're using the comparable sales report. A lot of people think that we just fly overhead and we pick values out of the air. It's not true. But we do use those tools. You will be able to use those tools as well. There's pictometry is a 360-degree angle around your property once you search it. So you'll be able to look at a lot of things that our appraisers use in determining your value. Community is just another tool that we use, housing census data, the sales from your entire neighborhood as well. Very unique tool, very, very efficient. Value under appeal. So when you get that notice in the middle of February, this is where you're going to learn how to appeal your property. Video goes into a little bit about 3 things can happen when you appeal your property. Your value can go up, it can go down, and it can stay the same. This is not to deter people from appealing their value if they think if it's valued incorrect. We do make mistakes. We are human, but let's look at our bedroom count. Let's look at our bathroom count. Let's look at our physical data. And if there's something that's wrong there, those are reasons for appealing. If we've got you at 2,000 square feet and you only have 1,500, those are reasons for you to appeal your property. So those are the things that you need to bring to our attention. The informal process, you'll have 30 days. And then as far as appealing to the Board of Equalization and Review, you will have until they adjourn for the year. Sorry, I'm used to getting ahead of myself on these, but this just kind of goes into it a little bit more, that your property value can stay the same when you appeal. It can go up or it can go down. We made mention of a staff member named Katie Self. This is her program. This is something that she works with every single day. For those of you who live in rural communities, these are your farm units. So if you have up to 10 acres in production of agriculture and you generate $1,000 off of selling hay or cattle or anything such of that nature, you may qualify for a tax deferment program. This is not a tax, just a property tax relief program. This is a tax deferment program. Horticulture, 5 acres. If you've got 5 acres of tomatoes in production, you would qualify. And then forestry, with a forestry management plan, if you have 20 acres of forestry, you can qualify as well. Exemptions and exclusions. So these are for your elderly or disabled. So anybody 65 years or older, but this is income restricted. So your income is a part of it. This is the income, for 2022 applications was 31.9. We're expecting that number to increase for the 2023 year. Applications from January 1st all the way into the end of June. Disabled veterans. If 100% disabled and honorably discharged from the military, this would be a deferment, or this would be a tax reduction of $45,000 of the first $45,000 of your value. But you must be 100% disabled.
The Gaston County Tax Office has new online tools that will make it easier for you to view your property details and compare yours to others nearby. Check out the Property Records Search and Compare tools. To get started, visit wevaluegaston2023.com. On the screen, you will see My Property Value in the left margin. This will take you to our Property Records Search tool, where you will be able to search for any property by owner name, address, or parcel ID. When you find the property that you are searching for, there will be key information about the property's land, building, and its sales history, along with its value changes. Note, the Tax Assessment Office recommends everyone view their property to make sure the building information is up to date. Be sure to check the number of bathrooms, bedrooms, the type of heating system, attachments, and any other key details. If you discover anything incorrect, please complete the Property Data Survey under the More tab located under the map image of the property. Also, under the map image, you will find a tab with the description Comp Sales. This is a tool that, when selected, will direct you to Compare, an easy-to-use service that shows you sales in whichever area you want to search. The property you search for will be highlighted in red on the map, while the comparable sales properties, known as comps, will be marked with yellow flags. The map is also integrated with Google, which will allow you to view the street imagery by dragging and dropping the pegman on desired location. Now let's check out the sale comparison tools. The system begins with the default distance and date range for sales. A red filter indicates that the parameters are set and active. These filters can be adjusted to search for sales based on square footage, increase the search area, search for more recent sales by adjusting the sale date range, or by property type. If your search returns too few of comparable sales, you will need to adjust your filters to allow for more sales to be viewed. Note, clicking on any of the sales on the map will highlight them in the list on the left-hand margin. Clicking on a property in the list will give you more details. To select a comparable sale, click on the Add Comp button. To view the comparable sales, click on the Comparable Sales tab. Lastly, click on the Save Comparable Sale icon to generate a PDF comparable sales report to save or print. There you will find an easy, organized way to compare the subject property with the others you choose. For more information and other resources, please visit wevaluegaston2023.com.
So if anyone has any questions or concerns, our information is listed at the bottom. You can give our office a call at 704-866-3158 and select option 2. You can find all the information that was discussed here today, including the videos, at wevaluegaston2023.com. Our office is located at the Gaston County Administration Building, located at 128 West Main Avenue. So if anyone has any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to the Gaston County Tax Office. Thank you.